how did you harness such pure, chaotic disaster bisexual energy?
Hi, I'm Jessamyn, and I do a little bit of everything.
Hi everyone, my name's Ayelen and ditto.
Hi, I'm Kristina, and I play Anya.
Why Jane Austen, and why Persuasion specifically?
Why not Jane Austen? I think all of us were huge fans of her work. It's dated, but it's also very timeless. I think there's a lot in her stories that translates really well to modern day. Persuasion specifically because it hadn't been done yet.
Most of us were in our mid-20s, and we were all at this weird stage of, what do I do now? I don't know. And we kind of related to the characters.
This is an adaptation of perhaps not Jane Austen's best known work, but certainly one of the few that she made, and so a known entity. How does the fact that people know where the story is going, or at least assume that they know where the story is going, inform your decisions? Are you trying to surprise people, or is delivering an expected happy ending part of the fun? And for Kristina, like, people know Anne Elliot, so does that freak you out? Does that fortify you because you feel like you're just going to work with? What was it like to be part of an adaptation?
It's great, but everything you said, plus the fear of, you don't want to disappoint all of her legions of fans. So I think that's a constant conversation. It's like,
Never even thought about it. So
Kristina was like, I don't want to do another season. I'm out.
we talk about that a lot. It's like, okay, but how many people are gonna write us and be like, how dare you do X, Y, and Z?
I know playing Anna in general, for me, it's a challenge because she's so withdrawn and putting everyone else first. And I do that sometimes, but not to this extent. And but I think adaptation or not, you just kind of, you try to find the core of the character you can relate to, because we all do the same things in a micro version. Like, you know, I'll put my mom first always in my life, and I know for certain reasons. So I just, you know, you expand that and you think of, well, what if all my decisions were based on what my mom wanted, and what if this, and then you just keep snowballing, and you just try to stay true to what is the story that we're trying to tell, and what are the emotions we're trying to put forth, because the more relatable it is, the more people will connect to it. And then it doesn't really matter what the old story, the new story was, it's just about people and feelings.
What challenges did you find in adapting Austen to the modern day, and also what rewards?
I feel like it's easier to start with rewards.
Yeah.
There's so much in there that feels so real still, of being, especially a woman in your 20s, and being like, I don't know what I'm doing with my life. And I think especially in Anne Elliot, who we've now translated to Anna, there's a lot of her, something that women still face, of her feeling like she has to live up to everyone else's expectations and not ever do anything for herself, and family pressure. Probably the overall hardest thing about translating it to screen is that so much of the book is in Anna's head, or Anne's head. So trying to find ways, like having her talk to a dog, to show the audience what she's thinking. And Kristina also does a really great job conveying stuff without words, or with just an oh.
So many O's.
Jane Austen does a really good job of hiding a lot of her themes through romance. A lot of people will be like, oh yeah, Pride and Prejudice, super cool, I love that Darcy guy. But she's saying so much more than just that, so in doing that, we kind of did the same thing. We were bringing on a lot of issues, while also having a cool romance.
And then we were like, I feel like if Austen was around now, a lot more characters would be queer, right?
Yeah. I understand you an all-female crew.
We did.
Tell us about some of your favorite on-set experiences, or possibly some of your least favorite, if you've got.
As an actor on the set, it was so great just because it's such a different environment. No shade to the fellas, but just like a room of women collaborating, it just felt like such a free space. Like it was easy to be creative and feel safe at the same time, which is big. I've been on a lot of sets that didn't feel that way, or where you feel more intimidated to speak out if you're uncomfortable about something, and they did a great job the whole time to make sure everyone was always comfortable and that everyone always felt like they could communicate with each other. And the entire cast, freaking amazing. Everyone was very, very ridiculous off set. There's a lot of stuff that I'm glad it wasn't filmed in the behind the scenes.
Oh, you don't know.
Never mind, I'm leaving.
Hi everyone! We're about to go into the Warner Brothers studio tour for classic movies. We're pretty psyched. That's all.
Came to me. Hufflepuff!
Oh, it's accurate.